wake up every morning, eyes on the screen, the numbers calling. Small account but big dreams burning. The market opens, your heart is yearning. They say we can't make it, little fish in the ocean, but we got something they don't got, pure determination. Power up, we're rising now. Power up, we're breaking out. Together we climb, together we fly. Power up, reach for the sky. Power up, we're coming alive. Power up, this is our time. Position size right, risk managed tight. You study charts until the late night. Red days don't faze you anymore. Green candles knocking down the door. They say we can't make it, little fish in the ocean, but we got something they don't got, pure determination. Power up, we're rising now. Power up, we're breaking out. Together we climb, together we fly. Power up, reach for the sky. Power up, we're coming alive. Power up, this is our time. From your bedroom to the moon, every trade gets us there soon. Community strong, we belong. This is where we write our song. Power up, we're rising now. Power up, we're breaking out. Together we climb, together we soar. Power up, open the door. We're coming alive. This is our time. Power up, we're coming alive.
He wakes up at dawn, coffee in his hand, checking his phone for the market's plan. Small account, big dreams, but the deck's all rigged. Trading penny stocks while the big boys dig. Red candles falling, portfolio bleeding. Every chart he reads got it still believing that tomorrow's the day he'll finally break through. But the system's designed to take from me and you. It's a numbers game, numbers game. Retail trader in the numbers game. They pump it up, they dump it down. Small fish swimming, about to drown. Numbers game, playing their numbers game. Oh yeah, playing their numbers game. Oh yeah. Market opens up, he's ready to fight. Bought the morning dip, thought he got it right, but the whales move fast. Manipulation's real while he counts his losses, wondering how to heal. Friends say quick, go get a normal job, but he's hooked on hope, can't stop the throb of believing someday he'll beat their scheme. Turn his $100 to the American dream. It's a numbers game, numbers game. Retail trader in the numbers game. They pump it up, they dump it down. Small fish swimming, about to drown. Numbers game, playing their numbers game. Oh yeah, playing their numbers game. Oh yeah. Wall Street wolves in a expensive suits while he counts pennies and worn out boots. But he won't quit, won't walk away, living to trade another day. It's a numbers game, numbers game. Retail trader in the numbers game. They pump it up, they dump it down. Small fish swimming about to drown. Numbers game, playing their numbers game. Oh yeah, playing their numbers game. Oh yeah, numbers game, still playing their numbers game.
What's going on, guys? I'm setting up. Give me a second. I haven't done this in a really long time. Alright, if you guys can hear me, please say something in the chat. Smiley face, random letter, whatever. I just want to make sure that you can hear me, and then we'll get into it. We'll stay here for about 40 minutes. Usually we have a nice pump or dump at the end of the trading day, heading into the last 10-15 minutes. So we should see some volatility here. Trading at 89.10 here on TradingView on the 15-minute. Let me know if the music is too loud, please. All right, you can hear me. Cool. Perfect. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Good day today. Now, if you guys have any questions on anything that I've been talking about, please feel free to put it in the chat. I do want to remind you guys that this is not financial advice. I know you don't want to hear it and why everybody says it, but I have to do it. This is not financial advice. You're responsible for your own money, your own trades. Everything I talk about in previous videos, previous podcasts, and stock tweets on Discord and X is can be verified by yourself if you just put in the research. You have tools like AI you can use right now. I suggest you use them as much as you can. But yeah, great trading day. I want to show you guys the daily here. And for you guys that just recently found out who I am, I've been trading for going on over a decade now, I think. I'm not too old. I'm old, but I'm not too old yet. All right. So back around March, April, I was swing trading GNS to give you an idea of who I am. Is the music too loud? Let me turn it down a little bit. There we go. How's that? That's not too loud, is it? T plus. Mr. T, I pity the fool. That guy's real, man. It's legit. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I was swing trading this around March. I've traded this back when we had that pump from like 40 cents a few years ago, all the way up to like $8. I don't think this was the move, but was this 24? No, it was a different move. We had that reverse split, so it's kind of... Oh, here's the split right here. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys remember that, I've been in the stock for a while, off and on, trading it. And I seen this Wyckoff building right here, which in a Wyckoff theory is like a institutional form of trading. So you get to see accumulation being done. And I started seeing this here in this box around March. And I tweeted and I posted on several sites that we would have a pump in August, late July, August. I even drew this arrow, which I haven't moved, by the way. And yeah, so we got a nice spring over here around April. We had a confirmation. We had the demand consolidation here, and then here we had the pump, late July, early August. So we rode that up all the way to $1.93. And here we are in another spring. You can see this by this nice candle. So every time we hit 70 cents, you notice we bounced back to 80. We came down to 70. We retested twice, and now we're coming back up. So TA wise, and then I'll get into T plus talk and squeeze talk, but this is pretty important. So we've been accumulating here on the daily for a while now. Okay, so now what we can expect is once we break over $1, which I don't, it's honestly, TA is not really mattering too much, but the reason I'm telling you this is because the indicators, if you go on the weekly, they're pretty rested. Okay, so the RSI, stochastic, which is pretty much the same thing, MACD, everything is ready to reverse here. So if you look at the weekly, it doesn't look as scary, right? So we're gonna have a lot of room with technicals to make a big push. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about a squeeze here, and then I'll look at the chat. I'm not looking at the chat right now, give me 1 second. So you saw Octo and what happened, right? Octo had small news and they had a large pump. Octo also had no volume, just like we had no volume. Let me see if I could bring up something instead of trading view here. Give me 1 second. Bring up Weeble. All right.
They try to shake me out, but I stay patient. Manipulation games, I learn their placement.
All right, I'm put the weekly on here.
Building on my fortress while they slept. Now I'm in position, see the bigger view. What they thought impossible.
All right. So if you can see the stochastic down here on the weekly, it's already trading at 37. Okay, we have nice potential reversal here for a big move. Now let me look at Octo. That's the whole point I brought this up. Sorry guys, I'm be off my game because I haven't streamed in a really long time. And I have a lot of stuff going on right here, so give me 1 second. Bear with me, okay? We will talk T plus, I promise. Octo. Why is it not popping up as Octo? That's a ticker symbol, right? It's an Octo.
It's on a 4-way. Numbers don't lie though. Watch me flip this.
It had name change? What is it?
Pages in my mind like ledgers, calculating every breath I take, risk and reward, dancing partners, every move conceal my fate. Watch the charts bend to my will, memorize.
Oh, it's orb now. Oh, that's why I had to squeeze, huh? Here it is. Oh, interesting. Orb, thank you guys. So did they have a new cuspid? That could have been why they squoze, huh? They had that buy-in. Okay. Well, you can see what a stock could do off of basic news, rebranding with new cuspid, right? This could have been part of something that similar to GNS with we're going through right now when it comes to like the T plus situation, right? They could have had a bunch of owed failure to delivers, had a new cuspid, and had due date come up to them, and this could have been the result of it. I don't know much into orbs, aka Octo, aka Tide, aside from when I used to own it when it was Octo and Tide years ago. And by the way, I still own it. I'm locked out of my account on public. So this whole move right here, I missed out on all of this. So quick reminder, if you have brokerages, always update your phone number. If you change your phone, always keep your emails updated because it could cost you a lot of money, stupidly. All right, let me look at the chat real quick and then we'll get into it. Okay, let's see. And Elise, what's up, baby? Long time no see. Okay, music was better now. Okay, cool. Go down here. Change ticker today. Oh, it was today that they changed the ticker. Okay, that's good to know. They had 20 million investment. Yeah, that's what made it pump. So here's the thing where we stand with GNS right now. If I can bring it back up. Outside of technicals, which are bullish without any of the squeeze talk going on right now. What's important is that ERL self-delisted, okay? Now, when you look at most stocks, a lot of them are delayed because they ping pong shares between brokers. So you have like a debt, IOU, which is your shares, right? We'll put ERL. Oh my gosh, chicken scratch. Now normally, not with ERL, but normally these IOUs, you have different brokers. Okay? And this is a debt. So this broker is the one with the main debt. Okay? He's the main guy. We'll put 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy right here on a normal dividend is the one that owes the debt. He's screwed, right? This broker. Okay? So there's rules with FINRA. There's rules with SEC. Okay? That are meant to make you close out your trades. There's different rules for dividends and regular failure to delivers. So a dividend is normally becomes a failure to deliver after so long that it's not covered, right? Now, how they delay is this guy that owes it will tell this guy, number 2, he will go to him, he'll be like, hey, let me get the shares you have. You take my debt and I'll clear it from my end. So the debt goes from this guy to this guy and it resets the failure to deliver. So this guy now has nothing to worry about. Where's the eraser here? So now the debt belongs. Oh no. Oh no. Why is it not? Bro. There we go. So now the debt is on number 2. Okay? Time goes by. The clock starts ticking again with FINRA. With the FINRA rules, right? DTCC and SEC, the clearinghouses. And now this guy talks to this guy. And he tells him, hey, listen, I need to get rid of this debt. Do you have any shares? Or can I just push them to you so I can reset the clock? So again, we go through that cycle again. Now, the debt is with this guy. And it goes so on, right? They just keep pushing between each other. They use this between different brokers, different ETFs, different methods that they do it, right? But see, the thing is with dividends, like most of the dividends that are pushed around like this is because those could be purchased at any time. So it's not a big deal for them. They just push the obligation. Meanwhile, they do it, they try to scare retail into selling, right? So they'll look at us. If you look at the stock price with GNS, and they'll start dumping on us, right? They do this all the time. All these dumps right here, these are all not dilution like people are saying, right? These are dark pulls. And I'll go back into the board right now and show you how that works. But basically, that's what you guys know as, oh, it's just gonna get delayed. It's manipulation. It's what they do. They're never gonna pay, right? Well, when it comes to ERL, let me erase this. Okay. This broker that has the IOU for ERL, okay, could have again gone to these guys. They could have gone to different exchanges, right? As long as ERL was available. So this could have been different brokers, different exchanges, right? ETFs, whatever. As long as ERL existed, this guy with the debt could have done what we discussed with the other guys. It could have gone from here to here to here to here. Now, what happened August 15th? Was it the 15th or the 25th? What happened there was ERL no longer existed. They self-delisted. So that made that whole circular non-stop passing the debt into a singular debt. So this guy can't not pay the obligation. Okay, so a lot of you guys wonder, why am I not getting my shares of ERL? The reason you're not getting your shares of ERL is because of this guy that's short. Whatever broker this is, or brokers, right? It could be 1, 2, 3 brokers. They cannot move the debt around because that company no longer exists. I hope that makes sense. So the normal methods don't work. So what they have been doing is they have been going to paper hands. The song's about you, and at least just kidding. Hold on, guys. I'll look at the chat right now. I know I'm not looking at it. This is hard to focus. All right. So as you can see, this was lower today, dark pool, but they use this dark pool not to create shares, but to hold shares away from the open market. Okay. So basically, what happens is, let's delete this. Oh, I could just do that. Okay, so basically, most of you use payment for order flow. I use it too. Don't worry, I use it too. You're not the only one. So, what happens with that is you buy here, right? You give him your money here. This is your share. Okay? This is a broker. Or not broker. This is the broker. This is the dark pool. We'll just call it DP. Dark pool. What the heck is this? Oh, I need to get one of those drawing pads. This is hard. Dark pool. There you go. DP dark pool. Okay? And this is lit market. Okay? Normally, when you're buying a 9 payment for order flow, all your orders go here. Right? So that's what makes the price go up based off supply and demand. That's where you get this kind of action. Okay? What happens when you use payment for order flow is they don't go to the lit market. Don't worry, I'm getting to the point. I know it takes forever. So basically, instead of it going here, your share goes over here to the dark pool, where the market maker gives the broker they use for payment for order flow money for your shares, right? So this share is owned by the market maker. The market maker takes it to a dark pool. The dark pool, your share never hits the open market. Okay? It turns into a failure to deliver. So when you look at a stock like GNS and you look at the volume of the stock, what's the average volume? It's 3.58 million. Average volume 7.7. That ain't right. Not recently. But you start seeing barcoding like this, like we have been seeing, like this, right? There's very small volume, but even on these small volume candles, they have big drops. You're talking about moves in the, what's the volume of this? 88,000. Let me give you a better example, because it's been getting a little better lately. I've been watching it. So this candle right here, it's 16,000 in volume, right? in pre-market. 16,000 in volume, and you had the volatility of what was it? 3.62% change in the price in one $16,000 candle. Okay, so now this was a buy candle, but you have a lot of candles like this that are sell candles that the market goes down a lot. I'm like confusing you guys. Hold on. This one had 6,000 in volume, right? Hold on, my dog is barking in the background. Oh my god, this is so hard to do when you haven't done it in a long time. Okay, what I'm trying to say basically is the price action does not match the price because of dark pools. And since they can't use the typical method of creating liquidity, creating volume between brokers and ETFs like they normally do on a dividend, they are resulted into purely using this method by the market maker and dark pool to create liquidity into the market. Now, normally when you look at the market, there's a spread. Oh my gosh, my battery's dying now. Hold on. Okay. I don't have level 2s on here. Normally you have a... Can I get level 1s on here? Where's my order book? Okay, so normally you have your bid and the ask, right? And normally it's really tight. You see how this is only 1 cent, 1.8 cents apart? Okay, that's not too bad. But normally what you're seeing in the beginning of the stock, or when it's not in the lit market and you're getting pinned down, you start to see 89-cent bid and like a 95-cent ask, right? So you start seeing a big spread. That is the first sign you see that there's a lack of liquidity. Okay? Now, they use that spread to drop the stock with dark pools, which is why you see on off exchanges 60, 70, 80, well not 80, 60, 70% consistently in the dark pools. It's easy for them to keep the shares over here and the dark pool away from here. Okay, if your shares never go here, it's easy for them to use the shares that they borrow okay, these guys. So these are real shares. These are from institutions, okay? Institutions bought this. You could probably see this on Fintel. So you could, if you go through Fintel, you could add it up. But these shares that are available that are being impacted in the lit market are pretty much institutional shares, okay? Now, that when they keep borrowing these shares and bringing them down, these shares hit the lit market and affect the price 100%. So it's easy for them, with the spread being 5, 6, 7, 8 cents here, for them to have big candles like this on low volume. I hope that makes sense. So that's the game that they're doing because they can't clear the debt. Now, when you start talking about rules, the main rule we're looking for that they want to avoid is Rule 204. It's an SEC rule, I believe. It's a reg show rule. Okay? This isn't the site I was looking at. Rule 204, closeout requirement. So this is a closeout requirement rule. You're looking at a combination of this rule and Rule 118018 or something, okay? Basically, the rule we're in right now has different rules based on different scenarios. So you have your rules when it comes to dark pools. This is why I'm telling you all this. It's so freaking confusing, okay? So you have your failure to deliver rules and your SEC FINRA rules on regular failure to delivers like dark pool, where they have to purchase these shares by T plus certain date, right? It changed recently with a settlement date, but they have to purchase these shares. This is a failure to deliver. Failure to deliver. They have their own date. Now, when it comes to dividends, they have their own specific date that goes up till T plus 20. What happens with T plus 20? T plus 20 is the last day that these guys can delay that payment. Okay, so right now the dividend is called a failure to deliver. Okay, when it comes to T plus 20, oh, beautiful. This failure to deliver turns into a failure to settle, which leads to mandatory buying, which is overseen by, I believe, is the SEC Rule 204. Okay, so you've been going through cycles. You went 8/15, August 15th, okay, and you started T plus. Okay, that was the countdown that leads to T plus 20, which I believe is on Monday. Okay, all this is failure to deliver. Okay, that can be avoided. They could have paperwork delays. They could continue to use the dark pool tactics. Okay, they could continue using that, your payment for order flows, and keep dropping the price to scare you guys into selling. Okay, or showing you there's nothing going on here at all. So when they're basically trying to scare you into selling because they can't push these shares to other brokers or other exchanges because ERL no longer exists. Now, since 2023, they have not covered this because of that whole scenario. They've been pushing it back, doubling, tripling down because they already got GNS to do one reverse split, right? Or a reverse split. They're counting on multiple reverse splits. They were counting on the courts, okay? You have multiple court cases going, LZGI, you have the whole thing with Mo and Ritz, all that stuff, right? All those court litigation going on, if you ask me, they use that to go into the NSCC, DTCC, and show them, hey, listen, there's litigation going on. I don't think I should be responsible for this debt because GNS, Roger Hamilton, whatever is a scam company, whatever they say, right? So they go up to the DTC clearinghouses and they tell them, hey, I need an extension, or this paperwork doesn't work. So they continue to the debt between brokers, like I showed you earlier, okay? So now with ERL delisted, now we're into this. It started a failure to deliver because they no longer do that. So they're just using dark pools. That's why you see us keep going from 70 cents to 80 cents. How many times now? 2-3 times, 80 cents back to $1. It's not buybacks, okay? There has been buybacks, but they get laddered down in dark pools. So basically, where we're at now is we're about to turn into a failure to settle. This failure to settle is when the NSCC goes to, not these guys, but the market maker or brokers. We'll say brokers. I'm not trying to delete all that. Brokers, and they say, time's up. Where's my shares? You've had all this time to settle this. You've had all this opportunity, and now look what's going on. Your litigation cases are falling apart. Okay, the company no longer exists. This has to mandatorily be done now because the SEC, even though they're worthless, this is when they finally come to play. Okay, so what happens? They start getting penalized. What's going to end up happening if they don't pay up by before it turns a failure to settle is the computers come in and mandatory buy all the shares. Okay, now what happens with that? It can go to a payment type scenario. Oh my God, this is gonna be impossible to explain. A payment scenario, it's like what the clearinghouses and all these guys, or pretty much just the clearinghouses, ignore that. The clearinghouses give a value to GNS. Okay? Now these guys, these brokers, are going to try to buy their debt by T+20. They should. If they don't, they're stupid. And I think you're starting to see that a little bit today. But if they don't buy it, I mean, they should buy it. Whatever they buy it at the end of Monday, T+20, whatever the price is at, that gets added into like pretty much a settled base for the stock to trade at and the NSCC to start buying at, right? Now, what's the problem with these brokers not buying in and covering right now? It's you guys. It's ownership. It's GNS. It's Roger. It's warrant holders. Okay? The reason I say that, and let me bring up the chart so I could see what happened. Oh, we're back to 90. Okay, not bad. So basically, there's no liquidity. We talked about the spread, right? Look at the spread right now in after hours. 75 cents. The bid, the ask is 97 cents. You guys see this? 75 cents to 97 cents. That means you could have big volatility on basically a couple shares, right? Which is what they normally do after hours or pre-market to control the price. So before market opens, you guys usually see the price just dump and continue dumping, right? That's how they do it. They do it through the dark pool, and they do it with this bid ask. The reason why, there's no liquidity. Okay? No liquidity equals big volatility on small volume. That is done because there's no shares available. You guys aren't selling. Roger's not diluting how they say he is, right? So, in turn, these guys, the brokers, these brokers cannot buy the shares to meet the obligation of this failure to deliver. So basically, that's taken us into a failure to settle, where this is where things get wild, right? Now, let me see if I'll make a video, or you can go back to the previous video for the rules. I don't know all this off the top of my head, guys. This is a lot of information, and I'm just a little goofy, okay? But that's where we're at when it comes to the T+ days, and today is T+18. All right, let me look at the chat if you guys are still in here. I didn't bore you, or if you don't think I'm crazy. T+20, boom, exactly. DRS shares 46% locked. Yeah, that might even be higher, right? So all those shares that are locked up in DRS can't be used. The shares that GNS created, registered to meet the obligation for ERL for the asset purchase agreement, okay, they did their obligation, but GNS is not responsible for the short shares, for the brokers. GNS already did their job, okay? Now, all these shares are sitting at the DTCC waiting for these brokers to return those short shares that are owed so they can start giving you guys all your ERL shares, right? But they can't do it if they don't have the shares and you guys aren't selling your shares. How are they going to get shares if you guys aren't giving it to them? All you guys are doing is buying more failure to delivers. That's all you're doing. You've been buying IOUs nonstop. Now, here's the beauty about that rule 118. Go back to the other video and watch it. And this SEC 204. All contracts have to be acquainted for it, okay? But for the settlement of this obligation at DTCC desk. That means all these dark pool shares that you guys have been buying in the dark pool that's been controlling the price have to be bought by the computers, by the algorithms. Just how the algorithms are screwing you right now, they have to buy all these shares back, and you guys are just adding to the debt. Now, why aren't they covering now? Isn't it stupid they're even waiting this late? Yeah, it's hella stupid. But listen, they were waiting for courts, delays, anything they could use to tell the DTCC, hey, we need more time. Look, this is going on, right? It's getting to the point where it's endgame. Okay? At the end of T+20 is going to tell us a lot about this whole scenario. Now, you guys could say manipulation always wins out. with all the stocks. But guys, all these stocks you complain about manipulation, squeeze. You do realize that, right? GME manipulated the hell, took the buy button away. It had to squeeze the $500 before the manipulation. AMC, all the manipulation, remember all that? Even with Wanda insider selling. Remember the Battle of 801? Remember all that crazy stuff with AMC? It went to 75 bucks. All this Octo thing now, or Orb, all those shares failure to deliver, it just went to $80. Guys, yes, manipulation is 100% real. And you see proof of it every day in the stock market. But that does not mean that these guys don't follow their rules. It just means they bend them as long as they can. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's hit the chat. What's going on, Matt, John? Mid, I already said NL East. All you guys in here, Creators Observer. Sorry, guys, if you're not in here anymore. Ibu, all you guys. Okay, let's get in here. John says, good stuff. Dub G, appreciate you. Matt says, thanks for all the info, my man. I just hope you understand, Matt. I hope I'm being clear as day with my chicken scribbles, right? I hope it makes sense because, guys, you're witnessing something that is probably never going to happen again. I'm being dead honest. When this plays out, this might not ever happen again. They usually get away with it by doing all this manipulation and patching through different brokers and different ETFs. That delisting is crazy. It's they're in big trouble. Now, how do we know that they didn't cover ERL? Well, why is there a cost to borrow? See this? Why are they going through all this trouble with dark pools and with these fees that go from 40 to 20? It never goes to zero. Their shares change, the shares available, the real shares, but they just use that to manipulate the stock. So, what are they hiding here? Why is the bid and the spread so crazy? 82 to 97 right now. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? All these crumbs are right in front of our face. And even if you go back to TradingView, from what I do, my style of trading, Wyckoff trading, accumulation, distribution style trading, how institutions trade. Look at this. It's following my style of trading. These are algorithms scooping up shares. And right here, when they started figuring out the court cases and ERL, the ERL stuff going on, they knew they're screwed. So they accumulated shares. Now what happened with that pump up here was, I'm pretty sure we had some sellers here at 192, right? So they shorted this down for all the buyers that were chasing, and they're trying to accumulate shares in that method. But I don't know if they could cover the shares that they owe, because if they have to mandatorily cover every failure to deliver that's used in dark pool, and you guys are buying and buying, but the price keeps going down by laddering and manipulation, all this is pointless. These big red candles are pointless. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. You sold your Octo shares at the top. You're a jerk. I didn't even get the chance to sell mine. I still have them. I didn't log in. I don't even care, man. It was only a few shares anyways. Hopefully lawsuit updates drop at the same time. And that's another thing, Mid. Think about it. All these delays by Wes. Remember, all this stuff is going to be tracked at the DTCCC desk. I'm saying, my opinion, this is not research based on that. It's just an opinion. Wouldn't it be smart for them to wait for this ERL thing to play out and have all that information to then file not a spoofing lawsuit, but a complete manipulation lawsuit? Think about that for a second. Wouldn't that make perfect sense for them to delay that? Also, look at this. Roger Hamilton has been buying the stock, okay? He DRS'd his own shares, all right? He could have been diluting way more than is expected because of the shelf offering he has. He's not doing it to that extent, guys. He's telling you he's fighting manipulation on multiple fronts. He's not going to directly speak to you about ERL or the lawsuits. He can't. There's rules and laws against that. He's not going to get in trouble. The guy for Overstock that did the dividend that is most similar to ERL and why Overstock squoze the way it did, he got in trouble for doing things the way he did, speaking the way he did. He was at war with shorts and brokers. Okay? This is the same thing that's going on right here. Those guys didn't learn, but this might be what makes them finally learn what's going on. The problem that they have when it compared to Overstock and GNS and GME, right? GME had the squeeze because of retail volume and failure to delivers, okay? Overstock had the squeeze because of lawsuits and the ERL dividend, okay? They're different types of squeezes. HKD had a squeeze because of lack of liquidity, okay? GNS has all three of those things going for it. It has a CEO that's fighting manipulation with lawsuits, okay? That's watching the stock, that's doing buybacks. He knows what's going on with his dividend. That's why he did it, okay? Now, obviously, I take that back. I don't know if he knows what he's doing. He's just running a company. So I'm not affiliated with GNS. I'm not affiliated with Roger, anybody in the company, nothing. This is a goofy on the internet speaking that you guys are goofy enough for some reason to listen to. But that's a trifecta here. You have the liquidity crisis going on, like HKD. You have the meme backing, meme army, like GME. And you have the Overstock lawsuit dividend scenario going on here. You have three things going on here. This is so rare. I don't think you guys understand. This plays out. This is game over for some hedge fund. GME took out I forgot the name of that hedge fund. Maybe you guys can tell me in the chat. But this might take out another one or two of them. This could be it. Now, warrants. Okay, warrants. That's a good thing you brought it up. There are warrants. Okay, but here's the thing. A lot of those warrants are already in the money. What benefit, if you're a warrant holder, what benefit do you have of selling early when you know this is going on? Guys, if I'm a goofy and I see this happening, you don't think these people know what's going on behind the scenes? Why would the warrant holders sell early into anything? For one, a lot of these warrants, they have to be processed, which takes days. Okay? So that means if the squeeze is going to take a week, it's going to take them a few days to even exercise the warrants. Now, the shelf offering from GNS is different. They could do that at any second. But guys, why would Roger Hamilton, the CEO, dilute himself when he sees what's going on? It makes no sense for dilution to happen in the stock. Okay? Dilution for buying Bitcoin, stuff like that. Okay, I get it. All right? I'm sure it's happened. But they did buybacks with it. So there's so much stuff going on with this stock that is wild. All right, let's see what John said. I think allowing this ERL situation to play out and also for the arbitration to be resolved. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in time, welcome in here says patience. Doge. When T20 again? Monday. Nice effort, Wyckoff G. Appreciate the unconditional contributions. We win together. Yeah, we do. We're all of retail wins here if this ends up happening the way it can. Ape SMA or Ape SMA, welcome in here. I don't know how many warrants there are. I read that. How many shares do the warrants convert to? Man, I don't want to have to log in. There's a lot of warrants. I can make a video on the warrants. There's a lot of warrants. But the owner of the warrants is pretty much GNS. It's a H. Wainwright or whatever, the ones that they just had the meeting with or whatever they just did. With the whole crypto thing or whatever. So GNS pretty much controls those warrants, to be honest. They know what's going on. Yeah, that shelf is scary, but again, I bring back to you why would they dilute. It makes absolutely no sense to dilute. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, spread is almost 20 cents. That's crazy. Do you think the poop hits the fan Friday or Monday? I do. I think you're starting to see them slowly look for shares at the open market. This morning, usually the dark pool starts out strong. It started out at under 60% for a while this morning, and that's when you got these pumps right here. Look at this pump right here on this candle. This candle was a 8% candle on 349,000 volume. So they allowed the volume on this candle to hit the lit market. That means that they're trying to find shares here. They're covering the shares. They went down here, looked for them. You guys were just buying. You weren't giving it to them. And here you go. You had a gap up. So they started covering here. Now, it would be smart for them to continue this buying and probably go all out on Monday. I would if I was them. Would you risk going into the SEC? Because that creates multiple levels of problems, okay? If you think about it. Look, that was a 2-cent candle. This is a 2-cent move on this candle. On 15 volume. 15 volume. 2-cent move on GNS. It went from 91 to 2 cent move, yeah. 91 to 89 on 15 volume. exactly what we're talking about with the liquidity crisis, right? I know it's after hours, but the fact that the price gets affected like this, it tells you there's a problem, large problem. So anyways, I think they will continue to try to cover tomorrow slowly without it getting out of hand in the squeeze. But I think Monday is when they go into it, because with the SEC comes investigations. I don't think these guys want to go to jail or prison. Okay, they rather lose most of their company and accept it as loss and short it back down from the top and get their money back rather than going through all that trouble, right? I mean, at least I would. I don't know about you guys. Jacob, welcome in here. What would be your entry price given all this information if you haven't entered? Oh, no. I got in this. I've been swinging this since 25 until ERL delisted. Okay? I've sold multiple times. I've sold at 80, bought back in when it dropped. I've sold at 150. Almost, I will sell at 150. At $1.50, it went to $1.92. I didn't ride that up to $1.92. Again, I was swing trading. I was not holding. My average right now, my average cost is $1.11. Okay, I held shares on the long end from that 25-cent pump all the way up to now, and I've averaged up from those shares that I didn't sell. So my average right now is around 111 or 113. I didn't check because I did buy somewhere the other day, but it's around there. So a good price entry, that's up to you, man. I can't tell you a good price entry, but it would have been nice to get under 70 cents. We've had multiple opportunities to buy at an excellent entry, but if this ends up doing what it can do, oh, look at that beautiful candle. If it ends up doing what it can do, I mean, is there really a bad entry price? It's up to you. Only you can answer that. And I'm not like some of you guys. I know Shelly, a couple other people own an incredible amount of shares. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands worth of shares. Okay, that's not me. You have to understand something about me. I do have risk management. Okay, that doesn't mean what I'm telling you is wrong. That just means that's what my risk management is. I'm not a gambler. Okay, so if you're gonna get in where it's safe for you to get in, where you don't stress out. You see people on stock twits, you see people on Twitter, on X, and they're mad and they're panicking because they bought a lot of shares. And that's a lot of stress. I don't want that stress. I want the money, and I'm comfortable that when this plays out, the money will be there. I don't need 100,000, 200,000 shares. Okay? A couple thousand, 10,000, 15, 20,000. That's cool enough to make it big, even if it doesn't go to triple digits. You'd be a made man, right? Even if you have 200, 500, 1,000 shares. If this goes to triple digits and beyond, does some HKD stuff, and buy some crazy HKD thing, it goes to $2,500, $3,000 per share because everything plays out perfect. You have 1,000 shares. I mean, come on. You really don't need much more than that, right? You can use that to do other investments. But if you think that this is only going to go up to maybe $8, $10, then yeah, it's a good opportunity to risk a lot of money. But I'm not a gambler. To me, that's gambling. So it's up to you how you want to do it. GNS company bought at $1.30 average. Yeah, they bought on their buyback multiple times. I don't know the exact price, but I think 130 was one for sure, and $1.15. Creator Observer says 87-cent average at the moment, was near 40, but I've been buying. Yeah, and this is what's screwing them over, guys. Instead of them and their dark pool games working, you're starting to see people understand that these volume drops are manipulation with dark pool. And this is why I'm trying to teach you guys this, because it's really important. The manipulation is right in front of your face, okay? Now, that's just the way it is. The market's manipulated. Jacob says, you're right. I appreciate that. Yeah, no problem, Jacob. Just be careful, man. Do what you can. Doge has a 52-cent average. That's awesome. I bought some up higher. You got 3,358. That's good. That's a good amount of shares. My personal price target, I don't have one. I don't have one. Here's why that's dangerous. For one, there's two scenarios in this. It's not one scenario, okay? Which I talked about earlier. One, it's a open market squeeze. So let's say Friday, Monday, we have a squeeze, and the brokers end up trying to cover the shares, right? And they start buying the ask. So the spread, they start buying, for example, at 97 cents and $1 and whatever. Nobody's buying the bid. The only way they get shares is at the ask. If that happens, I don't know how high it could go. If I put a limit sell order or a stop loss, I could get stopped out, or the limit order could take me out of the game, and it could do some HKD stuff, and I miss out on potentially the once in a lifetime trade, right? Now, this is me. I'm not telling you to do that. You guys know what you want from this. You know what you'll be happy with, right? You can use trailing stops if you want. There's many ways to have risk management in this, and you need to do your best due diligence to find out what that is for you, because you're not me. Okay? If you have 100,000 shares and it's trading at $12, I mean, come on. That's your decision to make. I'm not going to make it for you. But for me, I like what's going on here. When this plays out, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. So, the other scenario that I was talking about is the mandatory buy-in by the NSCC due to the Rule 204 or whatever rule it was. I don't know if I'm getting my rules mixed up. One of those rules. I think it's 204. The mandatory closing. So, when that happens, that computer is gonna start buying wherever it can. It's gonna go nuts. So at that point, if I start seeing that happening, then I'll put in where I want to sell at and let it get there. I'll be patient with it, right? Because once the mandatory buying comes in, it might not all happen all at once. It could happen between a few days. So I'll just be patient with it and put in what I want. But it's impossible for me to have a price target right now, because I don't know. I don't have no idea what this can do. This has never been seen before. Ever. Like, I'm talking about ever. Mid says, thanks, Wyckoff. Appreciate you taking time. Yeah, no problem. I might get on tomorrow, because I might get off here in a couple minutes. But if you guys want, I can get on for Power Hour tomorrow again. Somewhere in time, welcome in here. Quietly in the past 3 years, swing traded 10 to 50 cent pattern movements, and the reverse split quietly 40K at 48 cents. That's pretty good. That's a great average. A lot of people here have great averages. A lot of people average down too. Abe says, can you make a video on the warrants tomorrow or Saturday before T+20? Yeah, if I have time to do it, I'll do it for sure. But there's a website where you can see the warrants. And at least I don't know if you're still in here. Oh. I used to get on it all the time. I don't even check anymore. See if I can find it. No. Stock Warrants HQ? No. Unless it got renamed. There is a website that tracks the warrants. It shows you the shelf offering as well. It shows you how much is left of each warrant. It's not this one, is it? No, it's not this one. I'll post it on X. I'll find it, and if you follow me on X, I'll post it on there. Okay? But I'll try to make a video of it, and I'll try to break down the possible scenarios. But don't rely too much on my price target. Your price targets are your own. Dilution Tracker, NL Least. I love you, bud. Yeah, Dilution Tracker. That's the website. NL Least. NL Least with a dub. That's what it is. Yeah, that's it. So I'll show you. I'm not gonna sign into my account. I have a free account. I used to pay for this. But if you go here, it'll give you the offerings, the S1. It'll give you the shelves. And if you scroll to the bottom, it tells you when they've been used. But you're gonna have to log in, make a free account for it. Right? But it tells you everything here. It's pretty cool. This is a great website to have in your as part of your trading regimen. Okay. Any more questions, guys, before I get out of here? Oh, thanks, Ape. Yeah, Dilution Tracker. Yeah, see, all you guys already knew about it. John says I'm holding now. 98 average. You averaged up. When you go to it, here it is. When you go to it, it tells you, like right here, look, the exercise price. It tells you if you go to the info, it tells you exactly what it is. Okay, so this tells you the price warrant holder must pay to receive a share per warrant. The higher the current stock price relative to the exercise price, the more likely it will be exercised, resulting in dilution. Right? So they could exercise this at $3.50. There's a bunch of these. It tells you how many were issued. Some of these are expired. Okay, see they have expiration dates. These are 2029, etc., etc. But when you log in, it tells you how many shares or warrants are available compared to the original amount. So it's not that hard to read. And if you have problems, just go to the little info button, and it breaks it down for you. It's pretty easy. I suggest you learn that though. Alright, let's take a look at one. Wow, what a candle on the daily. Look at that. This is bullish, guys. I mean, just based on TA alone, this reversal should take us to like $1.50 without a squeeze or anything. So even if they try to patch this or find another way to delay the T+20, which I don't think they can. I've gone through just about every scenario and I don't see them doing it. You're still looking at $1.50 here, just based on TA. And again, this is accumulation here. You had your spring. This will be the last thing I show you, and then we'll get out of here. I'll answer the final questions, and at least already knows this. You guys like the music? I made all this. I'm so great.
Position size right, risk managed tight. You study charts until the late night.
You guys see this? Look a little familiar? Just a little bit, right? Look from here, the top to the bottom. Look at this. You see this lower spikes? You see this spring and reversal? Look. So you guys know I'm not bullshitting you. I mean, I've literally showed you on TradingView. I know what I'm talking about. But As far as TA goes, that's my specialty. What I'm doing right now is just, my brain hurts. To be honest, my brain really hurts. This is a lot of work. So when you guys are rich, you're gonna come back and you're gonna tip me, and I'm gonna take your money and I'm gonna be a grifter, and then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna go drink on a beach somewhere and disappear forever. That's my goal. Okay, let's see. All right. Good mix. Nice. Love the music. Perfect. I'll keep it up. I'm not in Discord. My Discord stats is effed up. Appreciate you. Let me see. I'll bring up. I don't know my my Twitter link, to be honest. Let me log into it. Give me 1 second. I'll give you my my name for Twitter or for X, so you can get my Discord link if you want. Here it is. All right. So if you go to X, it's at the real Wyckoff G, all one word. The capitalized, R capitalized, W capitalized, the real Wyckoff G. There you have a link to the Discord. It's a free Discord. We don't charge nothing. There's actually books on there for trading or finance you could look at for free. It used to be a pretty good Discord. And at least was in it, but I had to leave it. I had a lot of stuff going on personally. But yeah, that's the end of this live, guys. One last check for questions. If not, if you guys want, let me know if you want me to do this again tomorrow. If not, I'll make a video over the weekend. It's no big deal. The chart is lined up pretty good with T plus 20. Exactly. Especially on the weekly. Cheers. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you on the next one. All right. Hopefully I didn't confuse you guys even more.